Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I'm gonna just go ahead and real quickly make an announcement video, kind of explain why I stick to particular things in my videos. If you watch my YouTube channel, especially more recently, you'll notice that a lot of the videos I've been doing have been seen to the same thing over and over again, such as Castle Crush or Pokemon. But you may wonder why, especially with Pokemon. Well, the answer to the Pokemon one should be quite obvious, guys. Compared to other games, it makes me very happy. I mean, if you even just take a look at my videos where I'm giving my Pokemon a love and picnic, you'll see a big difference between how I am playing that game compared to doing something like playing Castle Crush. Um, like when I'm playing games like Castle Crush, you'll hear me say a lot of nasty words that should not be said on here. And let me go and tell you guys, I know you haven't seen many videos in a while. There is a lot of videos on my computer right now. However, I need to edit them down. So that's why you haven't seen any new ones besides the Pokemon ones. Speaking of Pokemon, I will be trying to do that a little bit later. Like I said, guys, the reason I stick to Pokemon is because it just makes me way happier. Especially whenever you can take care of them and make them feel special for what they have done. I mean, even like the little details in Pokemon games, like just like even for look at it this way, picnic and battling in Scarlet and Violet. I will admit it's not nearly as good as camping was, but what I'll give them credit for is that, well, for one, your Pokemon can still love on you in picnic, and they can still do it in camping too. In fact, they could probably show more emotion in that. But, well, just look at it this way. Your Pokemon, even though they're not doing any battling, can still show you affection. And you'll notice that, especially with Feraligatr, if you watch my picnic sessions. Even though I haven't, like, knew every time I go into the Pokemon now and start a picnic session, he will always give me a gigantic grin. And I noticed that with some of the sandwiches I make too. I noticed a lot more of the time. I think the Feraligatr and Scarlet really prefers something that's a little bit spicy. Because I've noticed that if I put jalapenos or something spicy on a sandwich, he'll not only like the sandwich, but then start showing me more affection right after the sandwich is cooked. One of the sandwiches I made a few weeks ago, I think had like ham, cheese, and jalapenos, or it was like a hamburger with jalapenos or something like that. Or a cheeseburger with jalapenos or whatever. And he showed me a ton of affection right after that was done. Not only smiling at me a lot, but immediately after running around me, as in saying, "Hey, thank you for the delicious sandwich. It was really good, trainer." There are a lot of points that don't show a lot of good emotion whenever they do it, but I've noticed Feraligatr's been one of the number one Pokemon to show a lot of affection. And again, guys, that's what brings me back to Pokemon over and over again. If you compare how I react to Pokemon compared to how I react with games like Mario, you'll see a big difference. Mario, I still very much want to tell Mario to go, well, I'm not going to say it on YouTube, but let's just say I'm not the nicest. And yes, while I'm not the nicest to every Pokemon in Pokemon games, you'll notice that there's a big difference between that. You'll notice a big difference. When it's my Pokemon, I'm never mean to them. I'm never angry at them. I'm never mad at them for anything. And even with Pokemon in the wild, if it's a Pokemon I really like, I don't get mad at them either. I mean, I didn't show this to you guys, but I did go back to the spot where I could find me a Totodile inside the savannah biome sometime yesterday. I need to show you guys this, but I've got a few pictures of him smiling and just being happy, staring at me. I might show you those pictures next time I do a video upstairs. But the gist of it is this, guys. Hold on a second. I don't know if this is necessarily what I was going to say originally, but look at it this way. Like I was saying, I explored the savannah biome a little bit more yesterday, looking for a few Totodiles to see. I was actually, I think, looking for items and at the time I was looking for terror raids and looking for items that I may have missed and trainers. I mean, a lot of the videos I did yesterday on Pokemon were really me doing battles against trainers, except for the last two where well, even the last one, or even the second to last one, it had one battle in it. So yeah, basically the gist of the video was, yeah, I read a creepypasta entry with the Pokemon Greavard. I did a battle with Feraligatr where he gave me affection, and then right after I gave my Pokemon some love, and then the video after that I evolved Greavard and Snubble into Granbull and Greavard and the Houndstone. So yeah. But again, if you take a look at my Pokemon video, you'll notice the big difference between me and just how I act with any other game. And again, you can go back to the Savannah biome Totodile. Let me go and tell you, I was never mean to that Totodile. In fact, at the end, before I was about to, well, he was staring. He was interested in what the frick I was just standing there for, because he would not stop looking at me, and he was even dancing and smiling. He's like, he knew who I was, and he's like, "You're the person that takes good care of me, aren't you? You're the one that I keep hearing all them Totodiles talk about." I don't know if that actually happens, but I swear to frick at some point it does. Because it seems like no matter what happens, especially in certain games, a Totodile will just fall in love with me out of nowhere. Like I said, I had a wild Totodile woke up right next to me and flipping just stare at me, like interested in me. And not only that, there was at one point where I told him he was very cute and pretty, and then he started just happily dancing again. But yeah, but take what you hear out of that, guys, because not only that, but remember, like I said a while ago, with wild Pokemon, it depends on what Pokemon you're talking about. If it's a evolution or a pre-evolution of a Pokemon I really like, I'll always be sweet to that Pokemon. Or at the end of mine, Totodile's little chat, at the end of me and Totodile staring at each other, I was like, "Well, Totodile, have a good day, buddy. I hope you and your family prosper. Bye." And like a little bit after that, I left. But you'll also notice that complete opposite effect with other Pokemon. If if a Pokemon I don't like, let's say Tinkaton, for example, runs into me, do you think I want to tell that Pokemon to prosper? Nope, because I hate it. And you'll hear my distaste for a Pokemon. You can tell immediately if I dislike a Pokemon, because I'll either tell it to do something. You can tell because of how I react to it. If I react nicely to a Pokemon, you can tell I like that Pokemon. If you don't hear me say something nice to it, or you start hearing me like sarcastically being like, "Oh, I really like you," you're like, "So cute," or something like that. If you hear anything like that, you could tell I hate the Pokemon instantly. You guys know some of the examples of Pokemon I hate, but two great examples of this are Axew and Totodile. Literally, one of the times I ran into an Axew, I was like, "Oh, you could go ahead and prosper, honey. Live a happy life and prosper." I did that when I was exploring the Terranium area, because I found this cave where there was a few hidden items I didn't see, and in that cave I saw a few Axews and a Fracture. I was like, "Aw, I'm gonna leave y'all alone. Have a happy life, my little sweethearts," and left after grabbing the items. Again, a big. And it's not just Pokemon you hear that for. Even Castle Crush. Like, do you notice how the dragon? I know I don't thank the dragon as much as I should, but a lot of the reasons why I've known a lot of things that happens end up getting knocked out in the game. Like one of the battles I did during the last video. Well, it's a video you guys haven't seen yet, but one of the last videos I did, which was very short, my dragon about went down in the last few battles, which had me very upset. Well, he didn't go down, but I'll tell you this: if he did, I probably would have had a nervous breakdown. I can't go into too much detail about it, guys, but understand that's where all this comes from. And you'll even notice that with the with the iPad videos recently, a lot of the videos have been about the same game, Castle Crush or Evo Pop. I want to do other games. I've done a little bit of Roblox, but not much. I want to do more of it, but it's like I really don't know. I just haven't been enjoying certain games as much anymore. And it doesn't help that I'm doing Castle Crush most of the time because by the time I get done playing Castle Crush, I'm ready to quit. So it kind of sucks. Let me go for you guys that don't want to listen to the whole announcement. We'll just give you a little bit of a summary. Why do I stick with Pokemon and stuff more often than I do anything else? Because Pokemon makes me happier. Pokemon legit makes me one of the happiest people. And I'm not gonna go into too much detail about it, guys. What am I gonna say? Without Pokemon, and you guys have seen this if you watched my 2021 videos. If you guys couldn't tell the mood, but without Pokemon, I'm just depressed. I'm upset. I'm aggravated, and yes, I get aggravated with Pokemon. Well, I get aggravated with me loving Pokemon. No, don't take that the wrong way. Even though I'm in love with Pokemon, I still get angry at different things. But honestly, guys, it would be 100 billion times worse if I didn't have it. Again, look at my videos from 2021, from the beginning of no, even like late 2020. Find some videos from late 2020 into midway of 2021, and you'll see exactly how much different my videos were. That was around the time I didn't have Pokemon. And do you notice the mood switch? If you can't, I was depressed and upset pretty much the entire time. In fact, you'll notice the few Pokemon videos I did between that time, there was only like one or two I actually had fun with. So yeah. One of those moments being the time where I believe I caught Axew in Pokemon Sword. So, yeah. But that was like one of the only times I actually had fun playing the games because of my mental state was not right back then. It still completely isn't, but it's a little bit better now with my Pokemon. Keyword, a little bit better. That's not that much better, but yeah, it's a lot better with my Pokemon than nothing. So, yeah. I'm sorry to waste your guys' time. I just needed to go and tell you, like, why I stick to Pokemon more often. Again, it just makes me very happy and I just enjoy being with them. Like, for me, it makes me feel accomplished. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off. I'm going to go in off and I'll see y'all for the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night. I'll see y'all for the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.